Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you my 2008 MacBook Pro. So the reason I got this was because Kyle of Kyle's Tech channel, linked to him in the description, he sent me a picture of his Pre-Unibody MacBook Pro that had the revised video card in it. And I kind of wanted one for myself, so I looked up 2008 MacBook Pro revised GPU on eBay, and because I put the keyword GPU in there, I got a bunch of dead ones, and I came across this one. So this one has a 2.6 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, didn't have any RAM or a hard drive or optical drive even, and it has the 512 megabyte video memory and of course the 8600 MGT. So I bought this for $37. I have the shipping thing over here, the eBay listing over there. In fact, I should bring it over. So there you can see $36.77 is how much I paid for that. So yeah, anyway, this machine is in full working order now. I fixed it with the heat gun method. I'm going to make a kind of a half rant, half political video on the whole heat gun repair thing because there's a lot of controversy over that. Look forward to that video. But if we go ahead and turn this on, you can see it powers up. Those lines are on the camera, not on the actual display. But yeah, the display does have some issues, and that's not the video card, it's the actual screen on this computer. There is a lot of backlight bleed, possibly from some damage on the bottom here. And let me turn the brightness up here. Right along here, it looks like there's some liquid damage inside the panel, but it's nothing that you can really see, so I don't have an issue with it. Plus, I have a glossy version of this panel up in my attic from my old 2008 MacBook Pro. So the system is running 10.8.5 actually. Haven't upgraded it yet. I plan to put 10.11 on this thing because that's the highest it can go to. So if we look at the specs a bit more here, you can see the 2.6 Core 2 Duo. It has 8600 MGT and then OS 10.8.5 rather. And the memory is only 3 gigabytes. I do have a second 2 gigabyte module I could put in here, but it acts weird with that. It just doesn't turn on. It thinks it doesn't have RAM if I do that. And a lot of my friends have told me it's still a symptom of the video card. But I have an iMac. If you remember back at the beginning of my channel, my setup was a 20-inch white iMac, and I had 4 gigs of RAM in that. But it ended up stopping, it stopped working because it thought there was no RAM. And that was fixed by just dropping it down to 2 gigs. So I think that it's an issue with the RAM, not the computers. So I'm going to look more into that. I'm going to do some tests on some other computers and see what's up, but I do think, as my file server connects, I do think it is the RAM, not the computers. So yeah, anything else to say about this machine? I don't think so. I do have some footage of unboxing it and doing the heat gun reflow, and I'll put that in the video now, but that's all like time-lapse for an epic video or a cinematic video I was going to do about this, but that ended up kind of not really happening. So it's still in the works. I'm eventually going to upload it, hopefully. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. And you can see I am working on the battery that we installed in the last video. I'm just conditioning that. And it's on its recharge cycle, I guess. So I charged it up to 100, dropped it overnight, and then now it's charging up again. So I'm going to drop it after that, and then charge it, and that will be the battery. So, and I'm actually quite happy with the battery so far. So, if I go ahead and turn the machine over, here, you can see this is the battery. I didn't really show it off too well in the machine, but you can see the finish doesn't match, and I know a lot of people have an issue with that. Personally, I don't. This scratch here and these aren't because the battery is bulging and it's the bottom-most part of the machine. I just had it sitting on a G5. That's kind of a story for another time, but the feet here weren't resting on anything, so those were the lowest points in the system. So I realized I forgot to talk about storage and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and fire the machine back up here and kind of pan up to the display. I have SMC fan control running. Kyle did recommend max fan control, but it has a tendency to rev my fans up to around 5,500, and I've seen reviews of it where the fans go up to around 1,600 and then they die shortly after because they're not meant for a high speed like that all the time. So yeah, storage is a 120 gig SSD. That's the OWC one I have, and I mean it's just kind of in here right now. I was going to put this drive in it. It's a 500 gig laptop drive that I got from school, but that's probably going to happen eventually. I'm not really sure on this, but yeah, I do plan on putting that drive in there and putting 1011 on it. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. There's not really a lot to say on this machine. In my last video when I talked about the battery, and I guess now I'll say it again, I'm going to be doing a battery update in about a month here just to show how the battery is doing and if it's like bulging or exploding or not holding a charge and stuff like that. But it seems to be going fairly well now, so I'm quite happy with it. I get about, I'm going to get 2 or 3 hours, which I mean is decent, especially for what I paid for it. So yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be it for this video. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.